I'm with the cast of Animal, really excited about the movie. And Bobby seems to be in a very fierce avatar, by the way. I think he took the cake towards the end. Is that true?
I don't think I took the cake. I think the whole show was, the trailer was such a lovely way of expressing what the movie is all about. That I think every element which was shown in it made an impact. That's why the last shot has such an impact.
Yeah. It's become such a meme now. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm pretty popular with memes, I think.
I think it's you're official only when memes and trolls actually.
Hmm?
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
think so. Isn't it true?
That's what we were discussing. That's what we were discussing yesterday. That if you're a meme, means you're part of pop culture.
Yeah.
So means there is some chatter about you. So that's always a good thing because I guess the youth really communicate through memes and humor. So if you're a meme or you're being trolled, means you've made it in
What
life.
is it? Generation called
Gen Z.
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z, which they have words like delulu, and you don't understand what delulu means.
Yes, no.
What is talking stage?
Delulu means delusional.
Delusional, but they call it delulu, or what is talking stage?
What is that?
Means we are talking
It's
right.
about, I just learned this because I was somewhere and they asked me these questions.
Uh-huh.
It's about when a couple is in at the part of their stage where they're talking to each other and they're still not seeing each other, but it's talking stage.
So when you're quoting someone,
Yeah, kind of. So they call it talking stage.
talking stage.
What is situationship? I haven't heard
Situationship is also.
of it. Yeah, apparently that's a term.
There's one more, there's so many.
Yeah, but Animal doesn't seem to be that progressive, huh? Or is it? Tell me. Like, because it
What do you mean by progressive?
no, because it is director Sandeep Vanga's picture. I'm always very curious to know how he's going to.
Because you're judging him for his first film?
Yeah, for Kabir Singh.
Did you like the film?
I did. So really, I was one of the few people who did, and I felt not so woke.
I mean, I think that is
Never been judged
that
by
I think is not entirely correct because it's done close to 300 crores. So a lot of people like that film. So I think there is a certain small section of audience which kind of plays, uh, um, uh, which plays to this narrative that it is what's the right word, toxic, or it is certain things. But a movie is movie. It's about a character. It's about a certain character. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be that person or you need to endorse the fact that this is his personality. So I need to also be like that. But you need to make movies about everybody, and Kabir Singh was about that character. And Animal is about these characters. So I think people who get easily triggered should stay away from this film. But it is cinema, we're not trying to save the world or fly a rocket ship to the moon. We're just here for entertainment, and you should see the film just like that.
Right. You should separate the art from the artist.
Absolutely, absolutely.
See, what a movie, what a story. It's based on what human nature is, right? So we see good and bad in people, and people who are good. Why are they good? Because they control the bad in them, but they all have those feelings, those emotions. So movies, when Sandeep makes movies, he shows those sides to a character, which everybody feels, and that's where they relate, but they don't want to be open about it. And I think that's what makes him so special as a director, because he brings those elements out.
And he says the truth.
Yeah, he says the truth.
People, I guess when you see the truth, you kind of get triggered because this is how people talk, this is how people behave. You necessarily don't agree with it, but it is the truth on screen. Now that's art. You as a viewer can judge it, can have an opinion, but that doesn't mean that we should curb ourselves or we should censor it. Ki nahi, nahi, we should only make films which are sanitized and stuff. You need to make art, you need to have certain freedom. Of course, we are very conscious people as artists. We're not going to do something which will take, the audience in a different direction, or which will kind of trigger audiences to get violent or negative. But as filmmakers, there is a certain amount of freedom that a filmmaker should have, which I think Sandeep does have that.
No, but when he narrated the script to you, did you have concerns at all?
Absolutely. When I heard it,
What were your first?
when he finished narrating, I said, please excuse me. I went to the bathroom. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was so scared. See, I'm not scared. A lot of people have this perception that Animal is about a psychopath or a cannibal or stuff like that. Animal is not about that. Animal is about where a human being can go within himself to such complex areas, to protect their family, to protect people who they love. So I think the way Sandeep wrote it, like I was mentioning earlier, there's so much of truth to it that it really kind of affected me. And it scared me. I was like, I don't think I can do this part. And I think that was the first time I ever felt like that. And I wanted to be a part of a film feeling that feeling, and not play safe. So yeah, I felt scared. I don't know about you.
The thing is, see, I've reached a stage in my career where I wanted to change my image. So I have done stuff which is something which is out of my comfort zone. And what makes you do the best, or what gets the best out of you, is when you're out of your comfort zone, playing characters which are so interesting and so complex. But at the same time, how do you portray them? And I think that's what all the characters in this film are, very well written. And I think I did a show called Ashram, so I've done all that. For me, playing negative has to have some heroism in it. And I think every character in this has that kind of heroism. Be it Anil Kapoor, him, even the actors, other actors. There's some kind of a thing he puts into every character which you enjoy.
Right.
And that's what it is.
And in the trailer, right, I love the bit about your troubled relationship with your father. It's a very violent childhood that you've had, etc. Those scenes, was it troubling for you? Was it triggering for you? You kept saying, don't watch it if it's triggering. Was it triggering for you?
See, I am an artist, so I want to be triggered. If I am not triggered, then I don't think I can really do the work that I do. When I say triggered, I mean as an audience, if you have a personal backstory with your father or with your partner, and if cinema triggers you, then I'm saying then avoid it. Having said that, this film deals with a lot of different relationships, as a father-son relationship, brother-sister, brother-brother, brother-cousins, marriage. So there are very complex relationships which Sandeep has dealt with in a very complex way. But triggered, I think somewhere all of us, especially my generation, we had a very particular relationship with our fathers, which there was a little bit of a distance. There was a lot of love and respect, but we weren't really best friends or, buddies. So I think that and my father passed away, and that's my biggest regret, is that I didn't spend enough time with him, or I could not just sit and just hang out and just chat, open-heartedly with him. So I think there is a recurring um, father-son conflict in my movies. I think I kind of lean towards them is because I guess I feel that shortage in my life or something. I mean, I don't uh, consciously do it, but I guess subconsciously it just goes towards that.
Okay, brilliant. What about you? Is there a backstory to your meanness?
See, this film is all about, as you saw the teaser, it's all about family.
Huh?
It's all about family.
Oh, yeah,
His
dysfunction.
father.
Yeah.
So everybody. So that's the base of this film, I feel.
Yeah.
It's a A-rated version of Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. It's all about loving your family.
Yeah, so it's something like that. So every character has. It's very. I can't really reveal much right now.
Yes.
So,
If you,
but it's just an amazing character I got to play.
no, I like it. At least Bollywood is moving away from this happy family saga. Trust me, I don't think any family is normal.
Perfect, yeah.
Like, I mean, I meet my parents after like sometime my sister flies in. It's not very, very happy and
I
kabhi
mean,
khushi kabhi
why is
gum.
happiness so important? Because it's never, lasts that long. Happens. But then that's what makes us what we are. Human nature is such. We're always searching for happiness, but we can't give others happiness.
Right.
How will you get happiness when you can't make others happy? You know.
Okay, that's very profound. You know what? The scene where you teach your girlfriend or partner, wife, I guess, to fly a plane. Let's get to that. What were you guys doing?
Well, if once you watch the film, you'll realize what my character is, and he studied abroad. He is a aeronautical engineer, so he has a fleet of private planes which he flies himself. Usually, planes are when they are mid-air. There is a certain there is an autopilot where you can just
It's like auto drive.
put on a button and it'll just float the plane. So of course, taking a cinematic liberty, you can do that. It's part of a song. And I guess Sandeep also wanted to show that this man loves her so much that he trusts her blindly, that he'll give his life in her hands while he goes to the bathroom to have a shower and change. They are going to get married. They're going to the mountains to get married. So I think it was very romantic. And I mean, if I ever got the opportunity to, if I had ever got the opportunity to do that to my partner, I think she would be really floored and charmed, uh, to fly someone to the mountains, get married there, and come back. So it was very romantic.
Both of you, did you go to the director and say, this is enough, too much violence, let's keep it slightly, perhaps? It's not a Korean movie.
I think
Totally dark. Don't go totally dark on
I think every scene I always give Sandeep a look like, really, like you're going that that complex. Every scene. I mean, there is not, Anju, there is not one scene in this film which is referenced. Everything is so original. Everything is like, I have never seen it on screen internationally also. Hindi films, so definitely. So every scene when Sandeep used to narrate to me, I always had this look like, are we really doing this? You know? I mean, he was way braver than me. You know, I like when he was doing his stuff. Like I remember when I was meeting him later, he used to tell me like we shot a kick-ass scene, and then he used to describe the scene to me, and I used to ask him also, really, but I guess he was ahead in the curve, where this was concerned.
With this movie, what are you all trying to perhaps gain? Is it for you, perhaps, going more into the darker space? For you, a reinvention from, let's say, being the romantic, and for you to make more money?
I think no,
You can answer.
no, but to be honest, it's all about money. It's all about making a commercial blockbuster film. It's entertainment. We're not here to just satisfy our intellectual needs. As artists, we want to be part of films which are popular, which lots of people around the world will see, and that has always been the intention. And I think Animals a step towards that. Of course, it's very cinematic. It's not just a formulaic film which is an action film and which will necessarily just do the trick in the box office because it's formula. But I think it's really pushing the boundaries of storytelling, of narrative, of characters, of everything. But the goal intention is to make lots of money with this one.
I like that. Do you have a number in mind?
Of course,
Tell me.
No,
I can't. No,
What is this? You guys discussed it among yourselves.
I don't.
Like,
To be honest, I asked him what's your number in your mind, and he didn't tell me his. So we all have, I think, separate numbers in our minds. Yeah.
I'm sure he has a number.
I don't. I'm just happy that. See, yes, money is important. I mean, definitely.
Money means love.
Yeah, no, but
Money
also
means love.
money means
Let's
shopping.
put that on a t-shirt and walk.
Yeah, money means love. If in cinema, if like a lot of people watch your movies, means they've loved your movie, right?
Loved you.
Yeah.
But also, what makes this even more special is that the characters we've got to play, like the opportunity he's got to play the character he's playing, I've got, and others in the film, makes it even more special. When you play characters which make you so happy, and you make money with it, it's an amazing combination.
Right. What about you two?
see, we make movies to entertain people. Obviously,
He doesn't need to make more money, by the way. He's got too much money. He needs to give his money to us, like distributed here.
success of the film.
Yes.
When the film is success, we get collection, we get money.
Okay.
So we are very hopeful in this film. We'll
Yeah.
make a lot of money, and in terms of music also means music is really very good, and the way it goes, because when we were making this film, initially I thought it will have, because of the script, it will have 1 2 songs and all, but when Sandeep started making the film, now we have 7 songs in the film,
Seven. Oh, okay.
and all 7 are taking the story forward, and all 7 are commercial songs.
Uh-huh.
So normally in a kind of film which we have made, music is very limited, but this time means he has gone beyond.
He's knocked it
Kabir
out of
Singh,
the park.
and it's a totally commercial movie with lot of emotion, lot of action, family, everything. It's not specific to a certain audience or something, but it's for everybody. We are very hopeful.
I think
People will love it.
It's after a long time there's a film which is actual drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just action.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah, it's a
Which is not-
family crime drama. That's the genre.
But
Family
this
crime.
kind of dramas don't come out that it's just that's the kind of film it is.
Right, right. Can you talk to me about Anil Kapoor as well, guys? I think he was the most interesting element. I feel he's going to like kill it as well in this movie.
Of course, he's been killing it since the last 40 years.
Because he
Growing
has
younger
the
and younger day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because the patriarch of the family has to be mean.
Absolutely.
And crazy.
And it's a father-son love story at the end of it. It's
Love
about,
story.
it's a love story between a father and son. But, we've been fans of Anil Kapoor since, I was born. I've had the good fortune of knowing him personally also. And to get him on a film, and especially to play a father, is a hard task, because Anil Kapoor still can play the son. He doesn't need to play the father, But I guess he really wanted to work with Sandeep himself. He really, loved the part. He really loved the world that Sandeep was creating. So it was really a joy to work with him. He's a hard taskmaster, because he comes in with so much of energy towards the scene and towards his character that you have to constantly be on your toes. You can't just be lax next to him when you're working with him. You got to be on it.
I mean, that's what Anil is all about. He's full of energy. That guy doesn't sit when he's when we're doing a scene. He's just always moving. He's always with his lines, always working on something. And he has that. I mean, touch wood.
The crazy energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Who's your favorite on-screen psychopath? Of all the movies that it can even be series. These are series as well.
I mean, in Hindi movies, have there been a lot of psychopath movies? They haven't, right? So if I had to take a Hollywood film, I would probably say American Psycho.
Yeah.
It's one of my top favorites. Christian Bale.
I mean, that was amazing.
Yeah. That and probably Taxi Driver, if you call him a psychopath. Yeah.
He was scary.
I mean, for me, in the recent times, it's Joker.
Joker.
I mean, that thing was a phenomenal
Yeah.
work that he did.
Okay, brilliant. I really hope the movie does all the magic.
And can I say Bobby Deol now an animal?
Really? He's going to be.
I'm not saying
my
anything.
word for villain.
I'm not saying anything.
No, I like the last scene.
Cannibal, psychopath, what he is, we don't know.
We don't know yet. Yeah, yeah. But we'll watch the movie, and I really hope it does the numbers that you all have in your head.
My number or his number?
Does the number?
I don't know what your
Number
numbers
तो पता
are,
है नहीं हमें.
and I hope the reviews are kind to you guys.
Yeah, I hope your review is kind to us.
That too.
Yes.
That too.
You are one of the most influential reviewer in UAE, so I hope that you're.
I hope you got that on record, guys. No, but Ranbir, no, seriously, I'll go with an open mind.
Please
That's
do.
a promise, which we always do.
Which we were just discussing. You said that audience has become more forgiving now?
Yes.
Why do you say
truly
that?
believe that because I've become more forgiving, I feel, and I see people enjoying so much more than before COVID. COVID, I think we were at a. I think you were kind of hungover. You don't want to really see a movie, but now we are like enjoying.
You want to go out, you want to have a great time
Yeah.
at the movies.
Now we are like kind of.
Yeah, and what a great time to be, in India. We are winning the World Cup very soon, God willing. We got some great movies in December. We got Animal, we got Sam Bahadur releasing on the same day. We got Salar and Donkey coming at the end of the month. So I think it's a great time, to love the movies. And India is so passionate about cricket and the movies.
But this year has been great for our
Yeah,
industry.
of course. Starting with Pathan, Gadar, Jawan,
And animal, inshallah.
inshallah.
Thank you so much for your time and all the
Thank you
very
much.
best. Thank you for entertaining us.